Today, I'm going to be talking with SwamIQ, who's produced for Glock, Rodwave, NLE Choppa, and so many more. We're going to be getting into music collectives, branding, social media for producers, and so much more. So, without further ado, let's get into it. How's the new collective been going, bro?
We're just getting started, so I just literally set up a website last week. Didn't onboard anyone yet. Start working, do the reach out because content is not working yet. Looking for artists, as I said.
Yeah, and speaking about that, like you kind of doing this whole new artist development thing, you've gone really hard on social media, and the things that you're doing on social media, like those content pieces, are very different to what's going on now. Instead of like just doing music, you kind of talk about the state that music's in and that sort of stuff. Where do you kind of get that inspiration? Because I've been really inspired by that recently.
I kind of like burnt out, so from like making beats, and all that. I cannot compete with all the guys, and I don't really want to, because in the music producing game, it's like you always need to be all the time making stuff, all the time producing. I'm tired of this shit. I really. But one thing that I randomly remembered, I started like in 2012, and then a couple years later, I met the guy in not my hometown, but another town. He said, "Yo, are you this guy?" I'm not going to name my old name because probably can find something online. I don't really want to. So yeah, is it you? I'm saying, look, yo, yeah, that's me. How you even recognize me? My beats are so bad. Like even back then. When I was just getting started, yeah, my music was bad, but it was authentic, so it was interesting to people to listen because it was something new to them. And even like now when I make beats, like I've been on platinum album, gold album, somewhat have like connections and all that. People know me like in the circle of music producers, and I don't have any fans, like literally. That no one talked to me. It's like, yo, bro, your music is good. No, they do when they want to send looks, but it's different. And I just like, damn, I just gotta change something. So I just started cooking less, only cook when I feel like I want to cook, and started to get into the creative side.
So on that topic of creativity, I feel like you're more now, like I said, more than a music producer, you're creative. But I feel like in the music industry right now, we're losing creativity, I saw a video the other day, I don't know if you know Ghost Rage. He's a crazy producer. He's done like crazy records. Everybody hits him up and he goes, I got crazy Nardo Wick type loops. And it's just, a little pad and Portal on it. So do you feel like right now the music industry is in a quantity over quality type of place? Do you feel like there's less creativity than there was maybe even like 5 years ago?
Yeah, I think so. But it's always been like that. Before YouTube, it wasn't like that, but since YouTube game picked up, people started to stealing sauce and all that. Yeah, but it's like in every industry.
Do you think that there's like a healthy balance between everything? Do you think there could be a balance between like making a good amount of content, making a good amount of beats, but then still being creative? Because I feel like that's very hard to find nowadays.
It is, and I couldn't find like this perfect balance because it's like the fact that we're losing creativity by using templates, by we're using this, you do this. If you need to start from scratch, you just can't afford to make less because you need to. If you don't have a, let's say, 9-5 job, you have to grind. So you have to do anything, but creativity is going away. That's why I always say that it's good to have 9-5 because at least you can support what you're doing and not burn out real quick. So I burned out because I started too early. I found myself too early in. I couldn't support, my parents couldn't support the thing that I'm doing. So I kind of losing passion right now too, because it's hard to go just by motivation. So it's just if you can support your hobby, because at the first place, it should be a hobby. So if it's still a hobby, it's not like a routine and stuff like that. That if it's like that, if you find this balance, you can be creative. You will not have to search for fucking inspiration or everywhere, like looking for sound, breathing fresh air, reading the books, recruiting book and all that. You will not gonna have to do that. It will come to you naturally. To stay creative, it's important to have like team. Like it's very important because you're not doing everything on your own. Some people can do this, some people can do that. Make one beat, 2 beat, 3 beats. Not, you don't have to do it 10 beats all by yourself. You just delegate it, and it's how you stay creative and productive at the same time.
Let's say you're just starting out, where do you think you could best find other creatives? Where do you think you could best connect with other people?
Wow, that's a good question, because it's actually my problem, because I've been always doing it alone. Even like I only started collabing like in probably 2021, I guess, when just let's collab. I said, like, why would I collab? I don't want to collab. I don't want to. I just do my stuff, you do your stuff. Best place to find. You mean in the music producer game? Oh fuck, I don't know. Just scroll TikTok or Instagram and see which one you like. The style, how they do it. Not even about the sound. I'm talking about the creative aspect of it in general. It may be visual, it may be sound, it may be I don't know, the look of the guy, how he looks. No gay shit, just on the creative side. I'm saying, if you like, you can contact. Like, you can text the guy who's way bigger than you. You have to be horizontally. Is that the right word?
Yeah, you gotta be like paired up with them. You can't, obviously, like, I can't go out and text Boy Wonder and like expect a response. You gotta text someone like at the level.
They actually do. I text Illmind. Yeah, he just texted me back, say, yo, send me stuff. I sent him a bunch of stuff, and now we're working, and we got a lot of records. Who else? Some guys from Dreamville, from J. Cole's label. I just text them. Sometimes I just do text people. I'm not tripping about. The only thing is that I don't say like your music is dope, let me send you something, because it's so lame, bro. It's so lame.
I think that's something that's missing. It's like, you need a relationship. It's not just a connection, Text them, ask them how they're doing, congratulate them on a record. Don't just send them music, That's something I feel that's very like underappreciated in the music industry world.
But me, sometimes, like, I'll just be straight business. Sometimes I do, this tricky stuff that when you DMing someone, if I have something to offer back to the guy, that I'm definitely saying, like, sometimes I have the insider information of, let's say, some artist working on, right? And I'm using this information to get the attention from the guy who I'm texting. So it's like, I know Drake is looking for this Applebee's. I'm looking for producers that who works with Drake, and I'm saying, J. Cole is working, and I have connection. You can send me some stuff too. So yeah.
So it's kind of like you're trading off.
Yeah, so some exchange. Or just using the information, the insider's information that you have to, to clickbait. Yeah, the clickbait is a real thing. I'm the type of guy, I like to, have fun, all the stuff that I'm doing. So I'm just saying, in the title of the email, Russia versus Ukraine type loop.
Oh yeah. Seen a few people start doing that recently.
Yeah. So he was so mad. He was so mad about it. He's like, yo, this looper is there, Just have fun. Don't, overthink stuff.
There's the two sides of it. Some people would take it fun, but there's some people who would just like, no, like, it's straight business, And I feel like there is a healthy balance between that. So speaking of relationships and things like that, you live overseas. You live in the country of Georgia. You have crazy records with a lot of American artists. How were you able to cultivate those records besides just the DMing? Was there anything else that went into that besides DMing them and kind of trading off information? The biggest one when you go on Genius is the Fabio Foreign and Lil Mabu one. That one was crazy on TikTok and all that. I know you also got with Rod Wave and Annalie Chapa. I know you got some records with them. How did those come about?
Bro, all my placement, I just be sending out loops. That's it. Nothing crazy. I just send stuff, then they text me that it's placed. Oh, actually, talking about big producers, I actually just text Ronnie J, and he texted me back saying send me loops, so I sent him loops as well. You can just text big guys as well. Just why not? It will not hurt.
How do you think they can text big guys and get responses? Because that's something that you've done and it's worked. How were you able to like kind of preview your music or like show them what you have before they actually say, okay, let's work?
Yeah, I haven't ever, how you send loops, sometimes you send previews of screen recording and send, I've never done that. Sometimes when you have insider information, it helps a lot. Because you know that this guy is working on something with the artist or maybe with other producer. If you use this information for your advantage, I feel so bad for saying that out loud, but bro, you gotta find your ways, sorry. Maybe you can get more creative with that. Like, who was the producer who sent the jacket to Boy Wonder? Yeah, Nick Dean, yeah. So you can do stuff like that. but also you can do other things in exchange.
It's all providing value for people. If you're not providing value for them, then they're probably not gonna wanna, do something for you. If you provide value for them, they'll almost feel obligated to work with you, I feel like.
But honestly, I'm very surprised why people still even like using loops. We have like splice. You can just take everything from there. It's like me personally, I don't use loops at all. People want to send me loops, but I'm like, bro, I don't really cook much. Second, because I also make loops. I don't even use starter. It's not because I don't want to. It's also because I want to kind of honestly. I'm just starting questioning myself why I don't use loops, and I just don't understand. Like we have splice. Why is it's way easier? Like rather than going through thousands of emails. If you have the love for the producer community and you want to help guys out, then yeah, you can use loops.
You're not the type to start using loops or to start using starters. You rather just have it be like a closer connection. Like, okay, loops and drums, or even like the big guys, just make it yourself. That's how you kind of see everything?
Kinda. No, like I have like small circle of producers that I work with. Like sometimes it's people who are known for a long time, like maybe since I started. Sometimes it's my friends, sometimes it's friends of friends, sometimes it's people who somehow like accidentally I heard and I like the sound of the guy. I don't looking for new producers because I actually do, but because everyone's making trap. I don't know what else can I found unique. I need indie, I need rock, I need Afrobeat, I need all that kind of stuff, but not trap. So that's why I don't use loops.
But I think what keeps people fresh and what keeps people going is being innovative. I remember, for example, Tommy Richmond, super innovative. Nobody had a sound like that. The whole Y2K style, not many people are making things like that, but it's such a sound that people love. Same thing with like Cash Cobain. Cash Cobain came out of nowhere with this new sound, that sexy drill, and it's like this whole thing. I feel like people really aren't being innovative like them. I feel like that's a huge underrated thing. How do you think people can live and keep being musicians in this oversaturated world that music is in right now?
Bro, if I knew, I would tell. But honestly, it's so hard, bro. It's literally so hard. It's like so exhausting at the same time. Like to always make something, to always try to sell something to someone if you want to make money, like with this, with sound kits and all that. This is how I got burned out because I'm so sick of it. I don't want to do it, and it kills every fucking piece of love for the game when I was, pushing, making content, making beats and loops. I don't know, honestly. I have no idea how people can make living off music. I mean, if you're an artist, I can tell because I'm doing this with my artist. But if you're a producer, I have no idea, honestly. I have no idea.
I've been talking a lot to Max Shooter, and one of the things that he's really about, he's like, I don't go after the money. The money's already here. It's time you start focusing on the money and you stop being creative. You stop caring about who you're sending it to. That's when it gets lost. So I think that's a very big thing for me, at least. When I feel like I'm losing creativity, I'll go and I'll listen to other genres of music.
Me, I don't listen to music at all. I only listen to music when I want to check what's because you always want to know what sound is trending right now. If you do music full time, it's definitely a blessing, but at the same time it kills all the love and creativity for the game. So if you need to find a way to keep it as hobby, and for me it worked to cook less, to only make sound that I want to make. Don't rush. I can make project for 2 days, now 3 days. When you have a mindset like this, I believe that people find your creativity. I mean, they will notice your creativity and it will pick it up and you will get there.
As soon as you start trying to profit off of it or trying to go big with it, you're going to start to lose interest. You're going to start to lose the passion you had for it to begin with. I think besides the point, I think it all goes into oversaturation. You have a video talking about oversaturation. I think we had already touched upon that. But the fact that I feel like everyone is doing the same thing and it's being unique in all aspects, not just in the music that you're making, but in the content you're putting out, the brand that you're trying to create, how you look, your social media presence, all of that,
Yeah, right. So if you want to make money as a producer, it's the same principle as if you want to make money as an artist or basically anyone. You need to have interesting image, like, because it's all about content, right? Someone scrolling, you look interesting, catch attention, and then you have to do, as a musician, we need to have interesting sound, so our music have to be good. Ideal scenario, your music should be exceptional, but good is the new lower minimum. And your personal branding is this fucking boring topic about personal branding all over again, but this is what people like missing a lot. You should have a story behind you, like how you became yourself, why you became yourself, why you make this type of sound, so people could connect to your sound. As soon as they connect with you, no matter what you do, is it either it's clothing, or you're an artist, or you do, I don't know, food. If you have a story behind it, if you look interesting to people, if you make good quality music as a music producer, and maybe somewhat nice editing, and of course being creative, like sampling this, sampling that, playing nostalgia card. I just realized that this is why Doichi blew up with this song, where she sampled Anxiety. Yeah, because this is one of my actually favorite songs. Like, I mean, the Goiti song, the original one. It's like refreshing. It's cool. It's like it makes me want to listen to it.
Have you ever thought of being like a branding or a marketing person for music producers? It's like you get them, okay, we're gonna build your personal brand. You know,
it would be nice, but I couldn't do it for myself. So I don't know if I have enough, credit score to start making brand for some other producers, because maybe if I will blow up at least one artist, I can also do it with producers as well. So now I actually switched not to just artists, but also like to creative side, from creative to creatives. It's just like I want to be as broad as possible.
That's something producers don't know how to do. I think a lot of producers too are like, okay, I make my music, but I don't know what to do now. Obviously, we talked about some of those things. It's like, all right, the content is very, very, very important. How do you think, or what's the easiest way for someone to start being a creative, or someone to start making content as a producer?
Well, it's just the mindset. You just express yourself with music, but you also can express yourself in other ways. You know what? It's like I'm saying, when you just rap, you're not an artist. You're a rapper. To be an artist nowadays, you need also have acting skills, because you're making content. You need to have acting skills. You need to have songwriting skills. You need to have this and that. The same goes with producers. If you make beats, you're not a producer, you're just a beat maker. But if you want to be like creative, or a producer, not necessarily a music producer, just a producer, like productive mindset. How's that? You produce something else, produce art in general.
Do you think that producers who have a louder presence on social media, but their music isn't as good as, say, like someone who has like 500 followers, will get a song placed? Or do you think it's strictly off music? Do you think in the music industry, music speaks louder than like your profile, or do you think it's almost of equal value?
I honestly think that music is not as important nowadays. Obviously, if I had a bigger name, a bigger brand, if I had 1 million followers, I could be on every album, because I would have connections. Even though my music is bad, I won't name no names, but sometimes you hear 808s off on the beat, but because the guy knows the other guy who knows the other guy, he plays on the beat. I'm not saying it's bad, because it's networking skill. You network. But if you want to stand out, if you don't have any other options to get to the industry, like to land your first placement, your only way is to be creative. Your only way is to build a nice personal brand and all that. This is the only way.
Yeah, I think if one thing I've gotten out of this is that like the branding is something super important, and don't copy. I mean, I believe very much in the imitate before you iterate thing, where it's like, I'm gonna copy someone before I can start. Yeah, but even then after that, it's not staying copying someone. It's like, okay, I can do what they do now, but how do I make it my own? I think that that's something that people are putting their identity in other people, so they're not really growing at all. Cool.
No, like anyway, if you try to copy someone, it's not you don't end up with the same exact copy. You altered something anyway, because
Right.
this is how you see it. So if you even alter one small thing, even if you change the kick and the snare, it will sound different. Maybe you remove hi-hat, it will have a whole different vibe.
I remember Fiend, when it first came out, one of the craziest things about it was missing a clap at some point. But because of that, it made it sound harder. They added like more kick hits, they added more things like that. Simple things like that. If you can find little things to take away and replace, even that is gonna like really change your sound.
Still as an artist, not blindly. Not blindly, but just as an artist. Change something, and it will be original already. Yeah.
Due to unforeseen technical difficulties, the beat me and Swam were making didn't get recorded. He did send me the project file, and I'm gonna spice it up a bit. Gonna finish the beat and show you guys what it is that we were working on. So here's the beat we were making. So there it is. First thing I'm gonna do is change. I remember we talked about this plugin, Triton plugin, which is incredible for basses and 2000 sounds. We're gonna go in here, change the sound to be a bass. I actually have, if I find it, bass. There's a bass I always use. It's this one. Obviously, this is a little too high. So what we did here is we cut the lows of the kick a bit. So we let the bass have the transient punch for it. This reverse kick kind of goes into the kick. And this is just the acapella. I would clean it up a bit here. Something I am gonna try is I'm gonna put thermal just to give the drums a bit more saturation. Oh, this one. Yeah, that's the preset. I think the last change I'm gonna make, halftime a section. I'm gonna create an automation clip. Put that automation clip there. And then I'm also gonna put an EQ to take out some of the low end, because I know for a fact it's gonna start bumping. So let's also make an automation clip for that. Is we're gonna add this little vibey perk loop. I think we're just gonna add some other sorts of drums on it. Something I've personally been doing to save a lot of time is I start using hi-hat midis, just because I feel like it's such a big time saver. And then since this is kind of a little bit too slow, this works perfectly. I might even slow everything down. Yep, there it is. Slow it down just a little bit. Perfect. So the one thing again, I'm gonna do route each one to an empty mixer track 6, 8, and 2. Now let's listen to the final version of the beat me and Swam made. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment who you want to see me interview next, and catch you on the next one.